children. I hope you all are well and safe at home. So today we will continue from columns. We studied columns last time and I told you the structure that we can get in newspaper. Okay. So here you can see two columns. Once this column is completed, the text will flow from the top of the next column. You can see here and it ends here. Here you can see three columns in newspaper. So here when this column gets over, the text will flow to the top of the next column. Then its text will flow to the top of the third column. You can see, okay, and it ends here. Now here, this is gutter margin. Here you can see when there is a space near the margin, okay. Sometimes you might have seen in notebooks. In notebooks, this much margin can be like binded. So we need gutter margin over here. So this is gutter margin apart from margin, okay. And here you can see this is the mirror margin, okay. This is mirror margin of this margin, okay. So here the right margin will be the left margin, you can see, and the left margin is right margin here, okay. This is gutter margin, this is normal margin, and this page is the mirror image of this page, okay. So you can see this, the right margin will become the left margin on this page and the left margin will become the right margin on this page. So if you plan to bind a third document, use a gutter margin to add extra space to the inside margin to provide scope for binding. Got it? I told you in the notebook we need a margin so that we can bind up to that margin, and then after that we need a gutter margin also, because when we write the content we will be having a specific margin in the page, that we all know. So also if you want to print a document on both sides of the paper, you can set the mirror margin on the facing pages. Got it? So if we have to print it, then we can set a mirror margin on its facing page, okay. Now word wrapping. So word wrapping is actually the placement of text going past the right margin to the next line is called word wrap. Got it? As soon as the text reaches to the right margin, it mathematically move to the next line, okay. So the word wrap feature places the text beyond the right margin to the next without your pressing enter. You might have seen, as soon as the content reaches to the right margin, without pressing enter, it will automatically wrap in the next line, and that is known as word wrapping, okay. So it will actually fit the text within the margins, okay. Between the left margin and the right margin, the text will be fit properly. Now indentation. So indentation refers to the distance between the text boundary and the page margin, okay. Like starting of the paragraph, you might have seen there is a space between the margin and the text, okay, the first letter of the paragraph. So at that time the distance between the text boundaries and the page margin is called indent. So here we start a new paragraph, we start it little far from the left margin. You have seen whenever we start a paragraph, then you have seen that always there is a space between the margin and the text, okay. So there are broadly three types of indents. So first is positive indent. So positive indent, the text area is always narrower than the space between margins, okay. So that is the text is little inward from the margin, okay. Here you can see the text is inward from the margin, and this is left indentation, okay. Now here, sorry, positive indentation. Now here you can see negative indentation. You can see the negative indent allows the text to extend into margins, okay. It will come inside the margin, okay. It will extend to the margins, and that is the text is little outward from the margin, okay. It is outward to the margin, okay. Now next is hanging indent. You can see, so hanging indent refers to further indentation of part, paragraph, or we can say section also. So that is the text with hanging indent is little inward from the first line of the text, okay. So it is mostly there in the bulleted numbers, and like this you might have seen. So it is hanging indentations. Okay, the space over here is automatically adjusted. So hanging indents are frequently for bibliographic entries, like if you have to write quotes or something like that. So glossary terms and resumes and bulleted and numbered list. Okay, so it is like this. So this is hanging indentation. Okay, it is more than positive indentation but not the negative indentation. Okay, so please note that if indent being applied is to be applicable on the left side of the page, then it is known as left indent. Okay, if it is applicable on the left side of the page, it is left indent, or before the text indent. Okay, and similarly indent for the next right side is known as right indent or after text indent. Okay, now paragraph indenting versus margin. Okay, so here you can see this one is margin, the space all over there at the top. This is left margin, this is right margin, and this is bottom margin, and this margin is applied to the whole page. Now what is paragraph indenting? Paragraph indenting means, you can see here there are two paragraphs. So here there is more space between the paragraph and the margin. So this is paragraph indenting. Okay, so this paragraph is there without the indentation, you can see. So be careful not to confuse indenting paragraphs with setting left and right margins. Got it? You don't get confused with indentation, that indentation of the paragraph is same as left and right margin. No, it is not like that. The margin setting determines the overall width of the main text area. In other words, the space between the text and the edge. Page margin means space between the text and the edge of the paper. Okay, and here if indentation means the space between the text and the margin of the paper. Okay, now font styles and size. So modern words processors offer a variety of character types, styles and size. Okay, so we can choose from it. So the character type is generally, we call it font, and furthermore the fonts can be represented by various styles and sizes. So here you can see various fonts in various sizes. These are different size fonts, 10, 12, 16, 20. Okay, and the font name is Arial, Albertus, Medium, Bell, and all these are the font names. Okay, so the fonts are measured in points. Got it? That is, the unit of font size is point. Okay, so here you can see 10 points, 12 points and so on. So it measures the size. Now text attribute. So text attributes are also there. The appearance of the font is controlled by the text attributes set by the user. Okay, like how the text appear: normal, italic like this, bold like this, bold italic. Okay, it is strong also in the slightly italic. Then this is strike through, if it is cut by line. Double strike, there's double line on the text. Superscript, the text slightly above the text. Subscript, text slightly below the text. And the small caps, this is, you can see small caps means it will be the first letter. All letters are in capital letter, but the first letter will be larger than other letters of the word. Now all caps means all in capital letters. Okay, so these are all text attributes. Then text alignment. The text alignment refers to the text layout within a paragraph with respect to the document margin. Okay, the boundary of the text get affected by two things. Boundary will affect by two things, that is the left and the right margin, the indentation of the paragraph if any. Okay, so here the text alignment is actually the text layout within a paragraph with respect to the document margin. Okay, how we are setting the text layout of the paragraph according to the margin. Okay, that we have to see here. So first of all, horizontal alignment. Horizontal alignment means left, right, center and right. Okay, left, center and right. Okay, now horizontal text alignment, and that is, first is left flush alignment. Okay, so this one is left alignment, you can see. So left alignment, this alignment aligns the selected text flushed left with left margin or left paragraph indent and leaves a ragged right edge, this is default alignment. Always the text will be left aligned. Okay, and you can see this here, the edge is ragged, the right side, but the left will be properly aligned on the left margin. Okay, now right flush alignment means it aligns the selected text flushed right with the right margin and leaves a ragged left edge. You can see the left edge is ragged over here, and all the text is aligned to the right. Now here it is center alignment, that means both left and right margin, the text will be ragged. Okay, here justify alignment, the text is flushed both left and right, and thus none of the left and the right edges of the text appear ragged. Both the edges are smooth. So these are all different types of alignments. Got it? Left, right, center and justified. Now vertical alignments. Vertical alignments, top, middle and bottom. Okay, so the vertical alignment refers to the text alignment with respect to the top and the bottom margin. It can be of 4 types, viz. Top, bottom, middle and justified alignments. Got it? So line spacing we will study later on. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.